What is going on? I am Anon Moose, also known as ZMOT over there in that creator boost and in your hearts, of course. Now, I, on Warships, was struggling to get back into gold, so I just bit the bullet and went Seekers, and lo and behold, surprise, surprise, winning. This doesn't show. I went 11 win streak in a row. Then we got my first boss battle for 18, then I lost, and then I got my second boss battle and lost, and then we beat Boom Gamer. Now, you see I am actually fizzling quite a bit, or at least a reasonable amount of times. What are we fizzling here? Once, twice, so probably 2 fizzles in, say, 20 battles. There definitely are some players with some more stuff out there, like if we show my replay, they have got lots of stuff. They have got defensive building damage, they have got the microwaver, they've got green mines, and they've got boom cannons. So on the plus side, I don't have any of that stuff. Don't have boom cannons, did waste some keys on tanks, unfortunately, but don't have the green mines, or the boom mines, or the flares, or the defensive building damage. So as a result, I'm ready to go 5, but we're going to hold out. The word on the street, big shout out to the Night Wadas and the Lukes and all the rest of those out there in my universe, is don't go 5 quite yet. So we are going to record this video today and release it tomorrow. I just released a different video, so a little bit confusing time-wise, but the internet don't care. I've got 6 kids in my house and my sister-in-law, and so I'm going to record this right now when I've got a little bit of peace and quiet. So don't go 5 quite yet. I will be going 5 tomorrow morning first thing. By the time you open this video, I will have 5 with mortars and cannons. And note, save those tokens. There are a couple paths after 5. So you'll notice that I don't have my critters maxed, don't have my shock launchers maxed, don't have medkits maxed. Medkits were important with warriors. Please don't throw medkits on seekers. I believe it was Wiggs saying anyone who chucks medkits on seekers should get an auto loss, so shout out to Wiggs as well. Kavan not tick 5. The reason for that, of course, is that Barrage, max level Barrage, is going to be an absolute game changer, as is Bullet. It just depends which path you want to go. Do you go get Bullet first, or do you go get Barrage first? Regardless, you're going to need some tokens, so I am saving and saving. So even when it comes to cannons, I don't know if I'm going to max those, maybe tick 4 to get the most of them, but gonna have to worry about Barrage, and I probably won't be able to max Barrage for a couple days. But as you can see here, the engine rooms don't have a ton of health, so even when Barrage is at tick 3, it's gonna be pretty darn good. On the flip side, probably gonna want to max those gunboats, probably want to get back here and max this puppy as well. You can see that we've only got 10% extra, and 10% of 52, of course, is 6. Don't know where that math comes from. I will take it though. Clearly 5.2 rounds up to 6. I'll show you some of my hits here, then we'll do a couple live. 319, generally 320 was all day, and then you get into the dirty bases, and it's more like 3 minutes too. So this base, just absolute cakewalk. If you're thinking about building this base because you see it working with shock mines, it's a waste of time without shock mines. So we're just throwing critters to distract things, critters on the back wall to distract both shock launchers, and then all of our seekers coming through, critters on the back wall, microwaver doing some damage, but you see there, even those guys right underneath, sneaking underneath that shock launcher. Meanwhile, we have dropped Kevy Kavan to hang out with that flamethrower. He's just gonna get absolutely roasted. And then we've got some seekers, those 2 right-hand seekers actually doing great things for us because they distract that shock launcher for a second, and then bada boom, bada bing, down goes the thing. That wasn't supposed to rhyme, but clearly it did. Against General Grant. General Grant is doing an attack that you guys need to be aware of, and I assume that General Grant is an iOS player right now. So give General Grant a little bit of slack. I assume they have their troops loaded, and they can't change them for fear of that annoying bug. So they are using these beautiful warriors and flaring them into position and then dropping Seekers. So the whole point of this is you can use Kavan's ability. He will follow those beautiful, beautiful warrior dudes, and you get a bunch of good stuff as a result. But that works well against compact bases, and General Grant, by the way, just lost all of that I just talked about. Remove that disclaimer. General Grant is not using the ice shield. So if you want to do something like this, bring the ice shield. By bringing the ice shield, you get a little bit of protection from those clump bases, from those compacts, and General Grant just doing weird things. So using Ice Shield would have been far better. Maybe they switched. Maybe they are actually an Android player and they just wanted to clear somewhat quickly. But just keep that in mind. Take that attack, twist a little bit, morph it a little bit, and you'll get very, very good things. I barely finished Mookie. This was my first boss battle, and threw a smoke. Probably shouldn't have thrown a smoke. I'll let you guys be the judge of that. And these dirty bases, just throwing critters, trying to find any spot to throw critters. Couple smokes out, and then those critters just got wrecked. And then we're getting a little bit of damage here. Just had to throw that smoke. Let them get on there, pop out, and take down that engine room. Killing quality, 3 minutes, 2 seconds against 253. Same deal. Just trying to get through all of this. Some wide, some narrow, and then probably should drop some a little bit late so they go underneath that shock launcher. And then those last guys over there, throwing that smoke early because we know there's going to be that super duper annoying shock mine, perfectly placed shock mine, and down goes the things. Angry Crab, I feel like I play Angry Crab every season. Dropping, clearing critters. The critter positioning was coaching someone on Discord the other day, and they just kept getting their critters and their medkits in the wrong position. This season, more than any other season, make sure your medkits are in the right spot, and make darn sure that your critters are in the right spot. Like, throwing them on that machine gun probably would make the most sense. Flamethrower can't reach it, machine gun can't reach it, and shock launcher will just turn. And that's why a lot of people went with the flamethrower on this choice node, because critters are less of a factor on flamethrowers. I missed the note on that, and it was more about tanks. And flamethrowers don't reach tanks, machine guns do, and I'm not going to spend the diamonds. Speaking of diamonds, get yourself into one of our task forces. 29 diamonds a day. I got 14,000 diamonds up there, and that is all free diamonds from this task force right about here. 29 diamonds every day. I don't do enough recruiting for our task force group. Many of them run by other people that I fully and utterly trust. So do jump in. If you need a task force, come join us. We will do one live hit after we finish the replays. 3 minutes, 2 seconds. Anytime I get a 3 minute 2, I get super duper nervous. There are just critters to try to clear all of the shock mines. Look at our Seekers barely making it out of there. And then that final smoke to try to get our Seekers onto that engine room due to shock mines. That final smoke is the je ne sais quoi. I don't even know what to call it. It's the pièce de résistance. Intentionally bad French accent there. And again, this person trying those clump bases without any of the shock mines, just getting crushed by the Seekers. Critters over there, Seekers over there. Do drop those left hands. You can drop them a little bit earlier because that is going to be the closest engine room, but you gotta time it a little bit, otherwise that shock launcher turns and it's not ideal. We will do a loss here. I'm almost certainly gonna lose. This is the time where I pushed when I had the opportunity to push. I got into 18, and now I'm gonna fall like a stone because everyone's got that defensive building damage, those boom cannons, those green mines, and I'm just saving for cannons. So it's a weird balancing act. If you're at like 3, consider going Seekers right now. Get yourself into 17, get yourself into 18, and that way you'll give yourself a nice cushion for when you're going to get your lunch handed to you over the next little bit. So where do we go? Is that a 4? Yes, it is a 4. We are going to go 1, 2 there, 1 over there. That 1 is intentional, in case you're wondering. The reason for the 1 is because I want that shock launcher to turn towards the 1, not towards the bigger group of them. And now we're going to throw that over there and that over there, and then just keep chucking all of... Oh, you dum-dums. You complete and utter dum-dums. I guess I screwed that one up in a big, big way, didn't I? So, definitely screwing the pooch on that one. But on the plus side, we've got a little bit of leeway as our troops make their way around that outside. Probably shouldn't have thrown that final... what is that thing called? Smoke, but I think we're going to be okay. I think we've got Seekers going every which way. We still had critters on the deck. We've still got Seekers flying, and we're going to get 3 minutes, 6 seconds. That was ugly as all heck. This left-hand side was just a disaster. Did we lose? I'm going to guess yes. Squiggles is showing 18. I am showing 18, and we got crushed. Definitely should have been closer to 3 minutes, 18 seconds. So use that as your cautionary tale. If we just focus on this left-hand side here, you'll see I dropped slightly early. Well, actually, not even slightly early. That was way early. And then as a result, we just had to watch our Seekers go round the outside, round the outside, round the outside. Eminem's back with a last Slim Shady record. Haven't listened to it, but we've fallen out of 18. Let's do one more. Might as well do a boss battle while you're here, just to make sure that I really lose. I really should just be parking this account for the second and absolutely hiding till I have 2 chests available. But what do you know? Maybe we're going to get a little bit lucky. Maybe we can get a win somewhere in this. We'll find... Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Fighting opponents taking longer and longer. I don't know if that's because people are moving up into 5 or because, oh, we actually, hopefully we can be someone's boss battle here. That is the ideal situation, and I shouldn't be going from this side. That side's going to be slow, so we are going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 over here. Critters there, critters there. That should get that what is that thing called? Shock launcher distracted. And now that that's happening, we can get this stuff over here, I think. And then that should get us around that corner over into there. Need to get some critters there and some critters on top of that. We're going to throw a smoke there because that should, in theory, help our troops pop the heck out at the right time. All of the Seekers on that back engine room. All of these Seekers on the front engine room. And we got a 324. That is what we're talking about, my friends. Throwing all of the smoke. And now we get to watch as Dino come. You know what? I'm going to switch accounts. So as we switch accounts, I have now stored 4 engine rooms for later. If you've never done that, do give it a shot. When your opponent takes a long time to scout, you finish your attack, you switch onto the other account, and then as a result, you're sitting here with some engine rooms on your other account. You'll notice that this account is in free fall, not doing well. You see I've got this base built. I did jump from 3 to 4. Need to dirty it up a little bit. Now, there are players, just so you're aware, who are dropping the 2 boom cannons and going and getting shock mines and not getting Seekers. So just be aware that that is an option. And you're going to regret it as soon as people start bringing rocket choppas out. So there's a huge balance there where you definitely don't have to be a Seeker player to go get shock mines. You can do that. I am not going to be doing that. I'm going to be saving to go on forwards. My only troops at the second on this account are tanks, which is so mind-numbingly boring. I've seen a bunch of people with grenadiers, but we are going to leave the video there. I wish you all the best on your warships season. Hopefully the update for iOS is out. Let's just do a quick checky check. Oh, look at that. It is out. Okay, the update is out 24 minutes ago. Get going. Fully did not expect that. So the iOS update is out. We can now change troops in the middle of a battle. That is huge news. Go update your Play Store, your App Store, get all of the things. I don't know what bugs it brings, what bugs it fixes, but do go get that. It is out finally. I am ZMOT. Thank you for coming in. Peace.